There's a question that's been stirring in my soul lately. What will my legacy be? You know, life is made up of a series of moments. Sometimes these moments are complex and profound, and sometimes these moments are simple and lighthearted. But wherever they land on that spectrum, these moments are precious. And if I'm being honest, I'm too guilty of so often just blazing by these moments, not holding them as precious, and not living fully alive, fully present in these moments. Man, this breaks my heart. I can remember working at Starbucks years ago and making coffees for people and seeing the same people come in day after day with this tired, exhausted look on their face. They were just seeking to get through, to simply survive another day. This is not how we are to steward the moments we've been given. We are made to live for something beyond ourselves, to live for something so much bigger than ourselves, and to live to impact the next generation, to leave a lasting legacy on those that will come behind us. I had the privilege of recording my first EP, Seen and Heard, in 2012 with an amazing producer and good friend, Daniel Ellis. And for me, this whole process of seeing that project come together was an amazing testimony of God's provision and God working through weakness. That project really started when Garrett Gropner, the lead pastor of the church I was serving at the time, Mountain Springs Church in Bonus Ferry, Idaho. I remember the day he looked at me, we were in the middle of the sanctuary, he looked at me and he said, God showed me, you're going to write songs, they're going to encourage God's people. And it was amazing to see that come to fruition. Daniel Ellis, who produced that project, as I mentioned, he came alongside me, he poured into me and mentored me, and together we fashioned these 6 songs that just went on to encourage people in ways that I just did not expect at all. I remember flying to Nashville to record that project. We recorded at Farmland Studios, and I remember just thinking, if this would encourage one person, if this would bless one person, help one person in their journey with the Lord, it would all be worth it. I've had the privilege of hearing stories of how those songs have helped people, have encouraged them in their walk with the Lord. But little did I know that those songs would encourage my very own kids. You know, they are my biggest fans. They ask me in the car when I'm taking them to school, Dad, can you put on My Salvation Is You? It's one of their favorite songs from that EP project, Seen and Heard. And this is what really got me thinking about this idea of songs can be a tool to build and inspire legacy in our families. Car rides have become some of my favorite moments of the day as I get to invest in my kids. We get to be silly together, we get to laugh together, we get to listen to the scriptures together, get to hear them ask questions about the scriptures, we get to listen to worship music together. And I realize that in those moments, that simple moment of driving them to school is a moment that a legacy can be born. Believers in Jesus Christ have a glorious inheritance. It is kept in heaven for us, imperishable, unfading, and untainted. Yet we so easily lose sight of this glorious inheritance. We place more emphasis on this life, which is a passing shadow, and we lose sight of the eternal reality of heaven that is to come. Join me in unearthing godly legacy right where you are, in your neighborhood, in your family, in the next generation to come.